Hello everyone, welcome to Peach on Earth Tarot. Today I'm going to be doing a reading for the sign of Cancer for the month of May. I'm saying May just for like category purposes. It really doesn't matter when you watch this. It's energetic. So you can have Cancer anywhere in your chart. You can be a cross watcher. All that I ask is that if you are here watching this reading, that you come with good intentions for yourself and for others. So Cancer, it's interesting. I'm coming into your energy a lot different than I have been coming into the readings for a couple of months now, or several months, I should say. When I was getting into your energy, I was picking up very strong, like sibling vibes, and this is either a sibling that has passed away or a sibling that you don't have. It's like little to no contact. You have little to no contact with a sibling. So if that doesn't apply to you, then this reading probably is not for you. But so I was getting the message about, hang on. Oh, okay. So I was getting the message that, you could not have as much contact with this person as you, like maybe you were pretty close when you were young, but you don't really talk anymore or something like that. And I got the message, this isn't going to be for everyone, but it is for some people, that it's due to one, either you or your sibling having addiction issues. Like, whoever isn't the addict has been burned one too many times and they can't be there for their sibling like they want to be. Because it's like the person who's keeping their distance it's like they want to be there for this person, but they can't do it as long as there's that something in between you guys, either an addiction or I don't know, there's just like an energetic vibe that's keeping you apart from each other. And then so they said that that sibling or the sibling has passed away either from like an overdose or, I mean, it doesn't have to be, but there's just like a disconnect between you and your sibling. So that can be that they're not here on this earth anymore. Okay. So then I heard that they had a song for you, and it's interesting. The song that came up was like, they said that your sibling has a song for you, and the message is, or the song is Doing Time by Sublime. Now, it's not necessarily like a physical prison. It could be the disconnect between you and your sibling is them being in prison. That's so interesting. But the doing time can also be like a metaphorical prison, right? Like we can let relationships be prisons to us. So like maybe your sibling is in a very toxic relationship that you can't support, so you have to keep your distance, because that's the only way to like kind of protect your heart, where it's like it hurts too much to see them doing this to themselves, is what it feels like. Now this can be vice versa. You could be the sibling, and maybe your sibling is having these feelings towards you and you just don't know because they're not like telling you or something. Because they are talking about a relationship in that song, like, and so maybe, yeah, it could be that they're in a relationship that kind of like, it could be like a narcissistic kind of relationship where the partner has kind of secluded the person away from their loved ones, their family and friends, something like that. Okay, so, and I'm being called to use completely different oracle cards for you guys this month as well. I was using the Law of Attraction cards, but I'm being called to use Moonology and then the Literary Witches, but only the picture cards, not any of the authors for some reason. They told me to separate them out, so I did. So we're going to go ahead and start with the Moonology cards. Can I have one card? Ooh. So 4 came out, but this is going to be like the one. I am going to look at these, but this is the main one, okay? Okay. So a new start is coming, new moon, that's good. The end of a tough cycle approaches. Full moon in Capricorn. That's coming up in, what is it? In Cancer season is the full moon in Capricorn. So in your season, something is ending, and it approaches. The tough cycle ending is approaching. And a new start is coming. Your commitment is being tested. That's interesting. First quarter moon. Your commitment is being tested to this new start, I guess. And then what do you need to release? Waning moon. Okay, I think I am going to keep all 4 of these out. I'm not too sure about these 2 yet. But I know that maybe you're... I don't know. Hang on. I want to look at more cards. Okay, so I was struggling with these cards here for a minute, but I think what's happening here is, and some of you aren't gonna like hearing this. I think that you've been in this cycle of, having faith in this other person, even though you're not like in their lives or they're not in your lives, you still have faith in them, like that they can change, that their situation can change. And with the what do you need to release, I think you're being called to kind of like let them go. Now, if this isn't a sibling, if this is like a relationship or something, yeah, it's almost like you want so badly, no matter what kind of relationship it is. I am still getting strongly that it's sibling, but I'm also getting that for some of you it can be like a romantic partner, or even, no, I don't know about parent. It can apply to parents, yeah, because it is literally any kind of relationship, but it's like where something is like blocking you from being in this person's life, whether energetically or physical, like about being in prison or having an addiction. Those are more physical things, where energetically it can be, like trauma or wounding and stuff like that. So I think you've been being called to maybe fully release the hope of ever coming back with this person. And I know this sounds terrible to say, but it's not like you're giving up hope on them. You still love them and you still want the best for them, but you have to make the decision to choose yourself, because holding on to them is only breaking it's like, your heart breaks a little bit every day. And so I think you're being called to kind of release them fully 100%. And but you feel like your commitment is being tested. You feel like the universe is testing me to see if I will stick this out, but that's not what's happening. I think you'll know the difference between those two things, right? if you are being called to stay committed, then by all means, like, then this isn't your reading. But I think if you're getting messages from the universe, and it's like you keep hearing the message and then second guessing it, saying, I'm just being tested, I'm being tested, when really you're being tested to move on, you know. You really truly are being called to move on, and I think deep down in your heart you know that, but you haven't admitted it yet. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna skip this for right now. I might come back to it later as like advice or something. But I want to get into the tarot here. So what tarot am I gonna use? I've been using the vice versa, and I think I'm gonna stick with that. Okay. What is the message for Cancer, please, regarding these cards? Message for Cancer, please. Cancer. Cancer. Okay, what is the message for Cancer, please? I know these probably aren't centered, and I'm sorry, but the camera's kind of out of my sight and I can't see. That's so funny. When I said that, this card peeked out at me. I can't see. You know, you could even be energetically blocked from them right now. Like, maybe in the past you had like easy like telepathy with them, with this person, and I think, yeah, it's like I think you're slowly being cut off from that, but I think it's intentional. Like, the universe is doing it intentionally. Like, but you are fighting it, because I'm seeing like you're closing your eyes and you're trying really hard to go inside your mind and find this person. But I honestly think that it's like, by doing that, see how you're just like trapping yourself? You're keeping yourself in a place that's stuck, when the universe is offering you many opportunities to move on. Like, they're definitely calling you to move on. Because in the Eight of Swords, you know, it's like she doesn't know that she has the freedom to free herself. But I think she does know. Like, those swords got there somehow. She didn't just like, she wasn't placed there after the swords were already there, because that's like almost impossible. The swords would have to be put there while she's still there, or while she's sitting there, you know? So she, even if nothing touched her or she couldn't hear, like, there's still like a sense. All her senses are kind of cut off here, and you know what I mean? So she could like hear the swords going into the ground, the people walking around, or like at least sense them and feel them. So it's like, you know that it's just hurting you and hurting you and hurting you, but there's still like a little string connection. And I think maybe you're being called to do some cord cutting here, or cord removal. Because, okay, so this is really interesting. So the vice versa tarot has like pictures on both sides, and it's interesting. So we have a queen, the Queen of Wands, her back to us, and then the Queen of Cups, her back to us. So it's like this person, I feel like it's this person, and of course everything would be vice versa, right? But they have their back turned to you. They have no interest right now, no matter what the reason is. Like, they could love you very, very much, but they have no interest because they have something else going on, whether that's like we were talking about in the beginning, prison or addiction or something. They just are, they have a one-track mind for that one thing or a relationship or whatever, and that's it. Okay? And so it's like, you can still pray for them, you can still hope for the best for them, but you have to remove yourself. You have to, I don't know. You know what else they're saying about that is, like, this person has the back to you, right? But then to you, it's like you're facing each other, right? With this, and then with this, with all this stuff in between. Okay? It's like, and you're hoping hope that it's like you can work your way one card, or, you know, like work your way through the blockage. But I think the easiest way for that to happen, for you to work through the blockage, is to work the other way. It's almost like, instead of going this way through the muck, you like find a way to, like, okay, so you would have your backs to each other here, and so like you're going your own way, okay? And that's the easiest way to come together. If you truly want that, is you have to like let them go fully 100%. And be okay with the fact, like, I don't know. Just, there's a possibility. It's almost like a miracle. You need a miracle to happen in order for you to be able to be in this person's life again, or for this person to be in your life again. It would be a miracle. You know? I don't know. Where are we at time-wise? I'm at 17 minutes. That's good. I think, yeah, I want to get some here, because I actually pulled that card. No, because that card's there. The queens. I need to keep the queens where they are, they're saying. With all that stuff between you, I need to keep it that way. That's so interesting. Okay, so we're going to use the Golden Wheel Tarot. What's the message for Cancer, please? Message for Cancer. Okay. So we have the Death card, and that is letting this energy die. It's letting it, you know, be behind you. It's releasing and the new start. It's the ending and the beginning. The ending of this and then the beginning. And then we have the Nine of Cups on the bottom, which is very single, very independent, positive energy and freedom and happiness. Yes. Now, it's not the same suit, but it does go from the 8 to the 9. It's like that's what's transforming. It's like you're... Okay, hang on. Let's see. What's after the Death card, please? What's after the Death card? For Cancer. Death card for Cancer. A lot of cards. Well, it's only 3, so... King of Cups, Temperance, and then the Two of Wands. Now the Two of Wands typically is like about wanting to manifest things, but this Two of Wands is not giving me those vibes at all. It's giving me a more Five of Wands energy. So I think you are making huge strides. And I think you are trying to manifest this change. I think you know, it's like that back of your mind thing. You can hear the story in the back of your mind, right? Like you are being called in a certain, like you're being pulled in a certain direction, but you want to stay tied to this direction. But I think you are manifesting the ability to let go, because you know deep down it's what's best for you. You know deep down that it's what's best for you. But when it manifests in your life, you might be resisting a little bit. You might be, it's like you're scared of it almost, because you want to manifest and you want the change, but it is really, really scary to accept it once it does show up for us. And that's kind of what I'm seeing here. Is that, but I think you are slowly accepting it. I really do think that you are slowly moving into the energy of being okay with it. But it is going to be maybe a little bit of a slower process. I think those are so crooked. I'm sorry, I'm so weird about the cards sometimes. I try not to be, but it just happens. Okay, so I want to look at, we're going to get one of these Literary Witches Oracle cards for you. And then, I don't know. I feel like it just has like a little message for you. What is the message for Cancer regarding this reading for May? What's the message for May for Cancer regarding this reading? Can I have 1 or 2 cards, please? 1 or 2 cards. One or 2 cards, please, for Cancer. I keep thinking about your sibling, like, I don't know. Well, it's only 3, so I guess I'm going to take them. Okay, we have the Moon. So, this full moon in Capricorn, I'm getting that our attention's being called back to that. So this could be during your season, like this could be when you're finally kind of either accepting that you need to fully put this person in your past, or you are you're actually doing it, or you're beginning the manifestation of it. Boar. Hang on, let me see what Boar says here. Danger, aggression, masculinity. Now that could be the resistance too. I'm hearing that maybe like you could be scared of this person physically a little bit. Like they could be aggressive. And that might be why you have to keep your distance physically from them. But it's like almost like you still had the mental connection, but now you're kind of being called to kind of let the mental connection go as well. Yeah, because look, there's a volcano here. There definitely could be some sort of argument. Maybe like you decide, maybe if you are like in contact with this person, if you're in contact with them, you could be like cutting them off. Maybe if say they have an addiction or something, you could be cutting them off in a monetary way or something, and there could be an eruption of tempers here. Now, what's interesting what the book says about volcano, it says patience, repression, and lust. I guess with the patience, like you wouldn't expect that from the volcano because it's so abrupt, like when it happens. But the patience is like the building up to the eruption, right? And so you could have been just like so patient, so patient, so patient, and then all of a sudden it's just like this huge eruption. You're like, I can't do this anymore. This needs to stop. Yeah, and it's like, I feel like there's something that you've been bottling up for a very long time. And then you just kind of like one day you get the confidence to just speak your mind, or there's just like one, like a trigger or something that happens where you're just like, you know what, this is how I have felt for a very long time, and you finally say it out loud. And yeah, and this isn't like something you would normally do. Like you are very good at keeping things to yourself, your emotions to yourself, especially with this King of Cups. Like the King of Cups has all the emotions, but he's very secluded, and he often, you know, he's on an island, and he knows how to keep his emotions to himself. Especially with this Two of Wands kind of coming out as a Five of Wands energy with the two rams butting heads. It's just like there's something. This person could be an Aries, I'm hearing. They definitely don't have to be, but yeah. And if this hasn't happened yet, I'm kind of seeing that it could be like that Cancer season where this is all kind of coming to a head. It doesn't have to be, but I am getting that pretty strongly. Okay, so Cancer, this has been your reading. I hope it's been helpful. If it was, you can like, comment, share, subscribe. I thank any of you for being present today, any of your guides that were present, any of my guides that were present. From the bottom of my heart, thank you so much, and I'll see you soon. Bye.